Welcome to another episode of WTF Cinema.
Welcome back to more of WTF Cinema's The Tenant. Now, my faithful sidekick is diligently digging holes in the backyard to accommodate the movie that I'm going to throw in there and hopefully bury 6 feet deep. Some of you may be wondering, what's happening with Gary? You know what, I actually found out that his new boss is a 19-year-old girl. So I gotta figure that his duties involve getting her shopping and maybe taking her puppy up for a walk. So believe me, Gary is living the easy life wherever he's at. Anyway, let's get back to the movie. Now, his friends, knowing that he has a new apartment, invade the place, start moving furniture around and throwing a big welcome to your house party. You know it's a good party when a fat chick falls asleep with her face in your crotch. All my parties end that way. All of them. Oh God. The next day, he decides to start rearranging the furniture in his apartment to suit him a little bit better. And while he's doing so, he notices somebody in the bathroom staring at him. Hey, is that Roman Polanski? And he finds a tooth in the wall. But we've all been there. It's the first time you move into a new place. The very first thing you need to do is search the place for body parts of the previous tenant. An arm here, a tooth there, it quickly builds up, and it's something you really want to get rid of in order to have a fresh start in your new home. I'm going to spare you guys a lot of this. Running throughout the movie are a lot of these interactions with his neighbors. They're all weird and bizarre, like they just got off the mothership and moved into this apartment building. They reference other people in the building who don't always exist, and they accuse each other of doing weird things that never happen. Nobody in this building acts like a normal human being. They are all over the top and focused on weird shit. Another thing that runs all throughout this movie is he is frequently accused of making a lot of noise at night. Despite the fact that we see him sleeping peacefully every night, everybody in the building is really upset about the noise this guy makes every night. And you know what, Shelley Winters at the front desk isn't any more normal than the rest of these guys, because she keeps giving him the mail of the chick who died. And why do you mail a postcard in an envelope? What the hell is up with that? It's a postcard. You put it in the post. Am I wrong here? Is that not how that works? And of course the daughters of one of the neighbors gives Roman Polanski the look that all little girls give Roman Polanski now.
I asked her downstairs, they said it might have been you.
Isn't she charming? Roman tells his friends about the strange things afoot in his bathroom. His friends are very sensitive about the subject.
I quite often see people in the toilets on the other side of the courtyard.
What are you, a peeping Tom now? Do you mean people together in a house? Like an orgy?
No, they just stand there for hours, you know? Absolutely dead still.
They're obviously playing with themselves.
Not at all.
I just told you, they stand dead still. Can you play with yourself without moving?
Yeah, his friends are a couple of jerky douchebags. Thank God they're not in the movie very long. For some reason, Roman goes to his friend's apartment, where we get this cute little storyline about how his friend's a total douchebag and plays his music really loud just so the neighbors will come and complain, so he'll tell them to f*** off.
Why doesn't she go to a
This is the last time we see this particular friend, so the storyline doesn't really do any good. It doesn't lead to anything, and it's really not that spectacular in and of itself. The nice thing about this new apartment is Roman being able to live out a lifelong dream of staring at people in the bathroom. I'm sorry. If the bathroom can be easily seen from my balcony window, I'm just going to keep the window shut. Because you never know when some 300-pound guy is going to be in there taking a leak, and no, I can live without that. I'm just going to bar that window shut, thanks. Another recurring element that goes all throughout this film that eventually leads to the climax that I'm going to spare you finding footage for, because believe me, it gets convoluted, is everybody in his life starts treating him more and more like he's the dead chick. Assuming he'd like what she liked. Well, here's this. I know you ordered coffee, but she always had chocolate, so you like the chocolate more. Oh, hey, we're out of your brand of cigarettes, but here's the brand she smoked. You should try these. And he comes home to find out he's been robbed. Except he doesn't go to the police about it because the landlord tells him not to, and then nothing happens. This movie is full of nothing happening. Part of it is building up tension. Like I said earlier, it's not a bad film. A lot of these scenes where nothing happens helps to build momentum and tension for the weird things that do happen. But some of it's just pointless. So he spends some more time with the dead chick's friend. They get drunk back at her place, and she begins undressing him. But he's not interested. He's busy philosophizing about what makes a person a person. Listen, honey, you're over 15. You don't have a chance. I'm sorry. Returning home late that night, he has a vision of one of the neighbors choking him. Except she's not. It's him choking him. While this is my favorite scene in the movie, it doesn't lead to anything because he doesn't tell anybody that he thinks the neighbor choked him. And the next time he sees the neighbor, he doesn't mention it and he doesn't go to the police. Although the police do call him in about all this noise he's making at night, even though he wasn't even home that night. Now, it's a lonely Saturday night, so he does what any red-blooded French man would do, and he starts to paint his nails. Now, judge not, guys. How many times have you sat at home alone on a Saturday and just gone, you know, if I could just feel a little bit more pretty. What the f*** is that? What are I never saw this any of the other times I watched this movie. Are those paper cutouts? Are they illusionary objects? His hand doesn't necessarily go through them, but he can't seem to touch them. That's just damn odd. Why, movie? What's the point? What is the point of these objects? I don't... What's the point of him trying to touch... You gotta give me something to work with here. I need context. So Roman goes to the bathroom for what I guess is the first time since he's been living here, and by this time he's been living here for almost a week. Possibly more. Day and night aren't very clear in this, so I don't know how long, but he's definitely been there more than a couple of days, and apparently didn't need to pee in that whole time. Because he's shocked to find out that the bathroom walls are covered in hieroglyphics. Odd. And when he looks out the window, he sees himself staring back at him. I won't deny the creepy imagery of this, but we never see him from the other side, so are we doing some kind of time travel thing? Is he hallucinating? And if so, which hallucination is he? Oh, you don't want to tell us, you just want to move on with the movie, okay. So he goes back to his apartment and looks back at the bathroom, where he sees the dead chick. Okay. Well, now he's just crazy, right? Because she died and she couldn't even walk when she was alive with those bandages on. That's all the time we have for today. Join us next week as we continue delving into this nonsensical film.
Thank you for watching WTF Cinema. Until next time, what the f***, man?